everyone, welcome back to the channel. So we are back in Newcrest, which is a base game world, and this is a 30 by 20 lot that's located on the right hand side of the map with all the longer lots. So this is a 30 by 20 lot, and I have decided to build a home for a 6 sim family. So I wouldn't consider this a large family home. I would consider it more of like a medium-sized home. But there is 4 bedrooms, 2 full baths, there's an office, a laundry area, a garage, and then outside they have, in the backyard, a swimming pool, there's a little barbecue pit, a garden area, a hot tub, a swing set. I love how the backyard turned out. It's so cute. So this house does come to around 122,000 simoleons. And I did add some traits. I try to do that with every house, just kind of going off of the family or the story I'm going with that house. So I decided to do fast internet, good schools, which can help improve your Sims grades, and they do better with their homework. And then I added child's play also, which is for younger kids. They can learn faster and stuff when they play. So yeah, this house is for a set of parents, a teenage girl, a baby boy, and then in one room I ended up putting bunk beds and making it for a set of twin boys who were really into space and everything. So their room turned out super cute. I absolutely love that. I love the idea of space theme for a little boy's room. It's just so cute. So just going around working on the outside, working on the shell. I am referencing a picture from the internet, and this home was more like the floor plan and how it was decorated, more of a modern style home, but I tried to switch it up and see if I can make something kind of like a more traditional home. So on the outside, you can see that I'm just using this simple brick, this paneling. I do end up changing the bottom one to a white color, and then I just use that lighter brown color on some of the bump outs on the second story, just so the house wasn't one solid color. So what you see now, I'm just working on a little garden area out front. I didn't want to add too much to the front yard. I wanted to mainly focus on the backyard, so I'm just using this base game little garden fence. I add these bushes right here, and then I go around and add some plants and things around the fireplace. And then here, these windows are from high school years. I've been obsessed with these windows. Of course, these are the windows your Sims can sneak out of. They work on the first floor, but on the second floor, they don't work, so they can't sneak out. But I think they're so cute. They're just so simple, and the color swatches on them, they're just everything. So I add those, and then I use the windows from the Horse Ranch pack, and the smaller rectangular windows, those are base game windows. So I just add those there. And working on the little driveway area, I add a trash can, and this truck, I do add a little SUV on the inside to the garage, as the mom's vehicle. But yeah, outside in the front yard, like I said, it's not too much. I was thinking about adding a basketball goal, but I did cut that part out. I wasn't liking really how or where I was gonna put it, so I decided not to add it, but you can always add some activities or other things to the front yard if you want. So just moving on to the little patio area, I just added this little couch and a little shelf. And then these little bushes right here, the ones that I used first, I use those for everything, I feel like. Those and the low-lying flowers, I think. It just gives more fullness if you didn't want to add a whole bunch of plants. So I add that all around the little garden area, and I add what you see, those orangish beige color looking plants, and the white ones. I feel like I use those almost in every build also. They're just so cute. But anyways, over here I'm just making sure that the plants don't fit through the wall or go through the wall so you can see it on the inside. I do struggle with that sometimes, so I'm just double checking. And then I add some rocks, and pretty much for the flower bed, that's all I do. Not too much. I didn't want to, add too much to it. So moving on to the backyard, here I'm working on the pool. And normally I use a square pool, but I decided to, since I added the trees there, kind of change the shape up a little. And then here I'm just using the tiles from the Greenhouse Haven kit. And if you use Control F, that was what makes the diagonal little tiles. So if you didn't know, definitely try doing that. It can give a lot of extra detail to your flooring. But yeah, I absolutely love that tile. It has like grass and stuff coming through it, so I thought that fit perfect back here. So adding some bushes right here and just some more flowers. I do keep all the flowers and bushes I use the same throughout the build. I do that in every build just because I don't really want to use a whole bunch of different flowers, because to me, when I look at somebody's yard, it's mainly the same kind of flowers, like in different colors or whatever, just not so many different mixtures of flowers, I guess. So I decided just to keep the same flowers throughout the whole yard. And just adding this little tree over here. I'm obsessed with this tree also. It's just so simple and cute. But moving on to this little outside patio area, I'm going around adding these little bushes, and I add some of these little flowers in the orange and yellow. They're just so cute, and I just felt like they worked good right here. So you will see me in a minute when I do the walls for the patio. Instead of using the fence, I do use a half wall. The picture I was looking at or referencing, it had that in the picture, so it's something different, and I thought it was cute, so I added that there. But just moving on, I am just working on some more like terrain paint. I didn't want to use tiles because I feel like terrain paint gives it more of like a realistic look. So I just made a little path in the yard, and then I add some lawn chairs and this basket of yard little towels and good stuff over there by the lawn chairs. And then for the little patio area, I just add that table and that little cute barbecue pit and a fan. And that's all. I didn't really add too much. I might go back and add a basket of toys out there, but I'm not sure. I can't remember if I do or not. But over here, this is a little garden area. I did use a lot of items from the Greenhouse Haven kit. If you don't have that pack, I definitely recommend getting it if you're into like flowers and it's just everything about that pack is perfect. So many cute items in the windows, and it's just so cute. So I made this little garden area over here. Maybe the mom and the teenage girl like to garden or whatnot. So I added that over here, just something extra for them to do. And then on the other side where you see that shrub, I end up putting a hot tub over there just to give the Sims a little something extra to do outside. And under that, I do end up adding the little terrain paint that has like the little grass and the dirt and like the little dying grass. So I add that over there just as if they, were walking around a lot over there. The grass is kind of like worn out. So moving on to the inside, I did end up doing the flooring and wallpaper off a camera because I struggle with wallpaper sometimes, trying to figure out what exactly I want to use. And if it's not like my normal modern builds, I really have a hard time finding the swatches, and then the wallpaper it took me a while, so I spared y'all that and I just cut all that out. But moving on to the kitchen, I do end up using these cabinets from the For Rent pack that we got. They're super simple and cute. And then the refrigerator is from Parenthood. And then I can't remember where the stove is from. I think the stove is from the Home Chef Hustle kit, I think. So I'm just going around and cluttering up the kitchen. I wanted to add or make it feel like this is just a regular family home. There's open cereal boxes, there's groceries that haven't been put up, it's just kind of clutter everywhere. I do end up adding some windows in here, and then I end up adding kind of a bigger size island. I feel like maybe this island was a little too big for this build, but I just kept it how it was. So I'm just working on that here. And in a minute you will see me add, since they have a teenage daughter, I did add a laptop and a water bottle and just kind of some clutter to one of the islands because I felt like, maybe she was doing her homework at the table in the kitchen or she was studying with her parents. I know a lot of times when I was in high school, I feel like at the kitchen table is really where I was able to focus my best and do my work. So I added that there. I thought that was kind of cute. But other than the island, I didn't clutter it up too much. Just her little space over here. I added the dish rack, as you can see, and then some flowers. And that's pretty much it. Behind this, I do add the dining room table. And then what I'm working on now is a little area for a popcorn maker and the coffee pot. Originally, I was thinking about adding, a full wall behind and then doing the columns and then a half wall, so it kind of looked like an opening, but it was still a wall there. I don't know if that makes sense, but I didn't really care for how it was turning out, so I decided to make this little coffee bar over here for your Sims. There's paper towels and different flavored coffees, and then the popcorn, for the kids if they want to have a movie night or whatever, that'll be there for them to use. So moving on to the living room, I am just adding a fireplace here. This is from Growing Together. This fireplace is so cute. It's so simple. The swatches of it's just perfect. So I added that there. And then I'm adding this little blue rug here. And once again, I'm trying to decorate or add items that I don't really use a lot of. I did struggle, I'm not gonna lie, just because this is not really how or the style that I would go for, but I wanted to do something different because I know doing the same kind of builds or decorating the same, after a while it will get boring. So I tried to switch it up a little, and I hope you guys like the build. I liked how it turned out. So just moving on to the living room, that little stool with the blanket, that is actually an ottoman. I was gonna use the circular knitted basket one, but I thought this was more cute. The kids put their blanket over it. They didn't pick their blanket up, so I just left that there. I'm going around adding some clutter. I did want to clutter the living room up a little just because I feel like, in a home, and if you have kids, there's gonna be clutter. Your house isn't gonna be 100% clean. So I just add some clutter over by the lamp. I add clutter on the table. There is a chess game and a little train figurine thing. And then in the corner by the coffee pot area, I add a toy box from Parenthood. I add this little play mat here for the baby. And that's pretty much it. I add also, they do have a pet. They have a cat. I wasn't originally going to put that there, but I wanted to take up some more space. So I do add a little feeding area for a cat and a cat bed. So you will see that in just a minute. And then moving on to this area over here by the door, I add these curtains, and then I add the little collage of certificates. Maybe, those are from their kids, if they're into sports, or, awards from school. Added that there, adding this little shoe rack with random shoes around it, because, kids just throw their shoes wherever they want. Not the cleanest, but I felt like it kind of gave a lot of detail to the build. So moving on back into the kitchen area just for a little bit, I add this little shelf. And then over here, I add all these miscellaneous boxes, because I felt like, maybe they're summer cleaning their house, and this is all of their donations and stuff that they need to take. So right now it's just sitting by the stairs waiting to be taken to the donation center. So over here I am adding a picture to the wall. I add this plant, and then this is where I add the cat treats. I add the two different cat treats we have, and then I put the plant in the middle, just to kind of clutter that table up a little. So yeah. By the door also right here, I add a little closet area just because, why not? Maybe this is their other clutter area in the house. So moving on, I am adding the stairs and the railing to the stairs, the railing to the stairs. And then in this room right here, I didn't do anything with it. The only thing I added was the broom and the dustpan, the trash can, and I add this little pail of cleaning supplies. Of course, if you download this and play it, also you can make this into the pets room, or whatever you wanted to do. Discard that room and make it into the bathroom, or whatever you want to do. So this is a little area I'm making for the cat. I do end up moving this by the couch, and then I end up adding the food bowls, and I use the little rug that looks like newspapers. I just shrink it down and add that right there. And yeah, the only thing I didn't add for the cat was a litter box, which honestly, I didn't think about that until now. But you can also add that there if you want. So moving on to the little office area, it's nothing special. It's kind of a smaller office. I add these little art tables from Parenthood right here for the little boys because I felt like, maybe they're into art. And then I add a table for the parents or the daughter, whoever wants to use it. So I add more of these little awards here, and this little calendar. Maybe they write their plans on it, their upcoming events. I just add that there. I think that one piece should be in every office or any house with a family, because I have a calendar myself. It hangs on my refrigerator. Sometimes it's hard to keep up with everything that's going on, and I only have one kid right now. I can't imagine in the future when I have more. I'm so scatterbrained anyway, but I feel like something like that can help you stay on task and focused on what's coming up and all that. So anyway, I just added that there. The only thing else I add to the office is a rug. So this is the laundry room. It's kind of a bigger size laundry room, and the shelves I know are 2 different colors. I just realized that when I was editing the video. I did not do that on purpose. So just be aware if you do download that, they're 2 different colors. I guess it really doesn't make that much of a difference because one of them's green and then the curtains on the other one are green. But yeah, I didn't mean to do that on purpose. But in this room, I do try to use a lot of the laundry day items. So the sink, the shelf in the middle, and the little, Lord, I cannot talk today, y'all. The laundry baskets. I add this little ironing board over here and the dustpan and all that to the laundry room. I go back and add a lamp. I'm not quite sure. And then I add this little table over here. This little seat over here, just in case they want to sit down, do laundry, whatever they want. So this is the garage area. I didn't add too much in here. Over here, I just add a water heater and a fuse box and this shelf with like gas tanks and a flashlight and just some miscellaneous clutter. And then on the other side, I add boxes and the art shelf with the canvases and stuff in it. I add that over there and some smudges on the wall. I try to add a little more clutter just because I feel like, they have kids, they have old stuff, they have holiday stuff. So I add a few more boxes in there just to kind of feel like that kind of stuff would be in the garage, you know what I mean? So moving on up to the full bathroom upstairs. This is a very simple bathroom. It just has a shower tub combo, a toilet, and a sink. I add some towels hanging up, and that's all for that bathroom really. It wasn't nothing special. Moving on to the teenage girls room. I try to use a lot of items from like the Modern Luxe kit, and I'm not a girly girl kind of person, but I absolutely love how this room turned out, and if I was a girly girl, I would definitely want this to be my room. But there's a lot of pinks and light browns and golds. It just screams girly to me. So originally I wasn't going to add the bed over to where I did. I wanted the bed to be centered, but I wanted to also add a vanity in here for her because I feel like she's really girly. She's into makeup. She's got to look her best. So I scooted the bed over a little and added the vanity there, and I do go back and clutter that up in just a second. You will see me do that. So her dresser is from the Modern Luxe kit also. I just add this mirror over here with the lights. It's so cute. It's from Parenthood, I do believe. And I add some shoes under the dresser as well, and this little purse over here of hers. And these shelves right here from Modern Luxe also. Very simple, cute shelves. I just add some pictures above it, and then I add some clutter to it. I think there's a plant on each one, and this little showcase thing with bracelets and necklaces. I just wanted to add that there because she likes her jewelry, so I added that there, and then this plant. And then a rug and some pictures and stuff to the wall, and that's really all. I feel like the Modern Luxe kit is really cute in a girl's room or a teenage girl's room. I do like the pack. It is a pretty pack. So just cluttering up here. You can also, I don't do it here, but you can also move the vanity away and use BB.move objects. And you can kind of drag the items where you want them to go to look a little more organized on the vanity, but I didn't do that because I feel like maybe she just got ready and it's still not, she hasn't cleaned it up since she last got ready. So I just left that like that. And then adding this rug here, and that is all for her room. I absolutely loved how it turned out. And this room right here, this is the nursery. I did use a lot of stuff from Growing Together. If you don't have that expansion pack, I do recommend getting it also. It has the cutest nursery items. It's just everything. So I went with this kind of light green color. This is my favorite color and I think it's so pretty in a nursery. So I ended up using those colors. And then here, this is the rocking chair from the Nifty Knitting Stuff Pack. It is cute also. Growing Together has a rocker in that pack, which I didn't realize until I was going back through. So you can use that also if you want, but I just felt like that rocking chair was cute. And the rocking chair I used for my little boy, it's the same rocking chair that my mother-in-law rocked my husband in when he was little. So maybe, you know, they've used that rocking chair for all of their kids and now they're using it for their final kid, you know, who knows. So moving on to the little boys' room, like I said, they are really into space and art. So the bunk beds are from Growing Together. This little dresser right here is from the kids' room stuff pack that we got. Cute dresser. I love this dresser, just something so simple. I do go around and add just some clutter to the walls. I struggle for a minute trying to find like space themed wall decor, and I know we have it. I need to sit down one day and just really go through all these items because there's so much and so many different swatches. It would probably help me out a lot if I did that. But just to take up some more space, I add this little dresser over here. I use this table because it has books in it. You know, maybe they're space books or, you know, whatever you want them to be. I add that there, add some clutter to it. Add this little rug here that matches the bed because I thought it was so cute. And then add this little bookshelf over here. I wanted to also separate the bed from the rest of the room. So originally I had this half wall right there, but I do go back in and end up deleting that. And I used one of those, you'll see it in a minute. It's like the room divider things that can like fold and expand. It's space theme also, so I decided to use that instead of the half wall, just to kind of give some more space theme objects throughout the room. So add that there, some more clutter. I do go back and add it's the figure of the astronaut. It's like a really big stone like decoration. I do end up sizing it down though and adding that in there. I thought that was super cute and fun to add. But yeah, other than that, I add some clutter to the little table over here, like a little art thing like they've been working on. And for the boys' room, that's all I did. Moving on to the parents' room, this is definitely doesn't scream master bathroom to me. When I think of a master bathroom, I don't know, I just think of like this really big bathroom, I guess. But it's pretty simple in here. It has the bath and shower combo. I do end up using these shelves from Base Game. Kind of felt like it matched the wallpaper, so there's lots of like grays and light browns in this bathroom. And then in the middle, which you see me working on now, I didn't want to add a closed shelf in between the mirrors, so I decided to add these shelves right here and just clutter them up. So if you're ever struggling with like, you have this big open wall space and you're not sure what to add, you can't find any like wall decor or pictures that go there, try adding some open shelves and you can just clutter them up, you know, with whatever clutter you want. I've been loving this idea, especially in a bathroom or in the kitchen. It's really cute in the kitchen also. But just something extra, you know, if you're struggling with something, definitely try it out. You might like it. But I'm just cluttering these up with some bath items. I do end up using this little thing here from Cats and Dogs. It is the little things with cotton balls. It's got tongue depressors, cotton swabs. And I just felt like it gave a little more clutter to the shelves. And I have in my bathroom, I have little different jars with things like that in it. So I felt like I would add it there. So moving on to the master bedroom. This room is by far the least cluttered, just because I don't necessarily want to think of a parent's room. I don't really think of it being really cluttered anyway, but I just use this bed from Eco Lifestyle. This little bookshelf right here is from Growing Together, and I add a rocker over here. Also, since they do have a baby boy, you could also add a pack and play or like a bassinet or something in here to take up more room if you would like. I didn't do that because, again, I just thought about that right now. But I added an ottoman in front of the window, but you can always take that out and add a bassinet or something right there if you want. But anyways, getting back on into the parents' room, I am just adding the kids' room stuff pack tables right there. You see that I switched the chair and the bookshelf up a little. I just switched it around because I wanted to add that bookshelf there. I still wanted your Sims to be able to use that chair, so I didn't want that to cause a problem. So gonna add a lamp to the table. I add some books to the other table, and then in the corner between the shelf and the ottoman, I add a bunch of clutter, boxes and stuff, kind of like I did downstairs. Maybe they're cleaning their room up, they've got stuff in here they need to take downstairs, or the kids are bringing stuff in here and they just put it all in a corner. Who knows. But I just add that over there, and then I add a potted plant right in front of the TV, kind of. But moving on to their closet area, I did not use a dresser in their room. I decided to make them a walk-in closet. So these items hanging up with the clothes on them, those are base game. And then this little dresser right here is from the For Rent pack. And I add a mirror and some shoes and a rug, and that's all for their walk-in closet. You can also add like a chair or something in here, but I just decided to add a mirror and a rug to keep it pretty simple. But yeah, that is all for their room. So moving on into this little hallway area, I didn't know what to do with such a big space, but I ended up just adding, as you can see in the other corner, a table with a lamp. I add this little bookshelf here with another cat bed, a mirror, and then a bookshelf over here. And that is all for this house. I hope you guys have enjoyed. That's all I have for you today. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, y'all.